Breaking news shaking global geopolitics right now. Reports are spreading rapidly that the United States has captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in a secret military operation. If true, this would be one of the most explosive events in modern history. But is it real or something far more dangerous? In the last few hours, a claim has begun spreading across social media, encrypted messaging platforms, and alternative news networks that, if true, would represent one of the most explosive geopolitical developments of the 21st century. The claim is simple, direct, and terrifying in its implications: that the United States has captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro during a covert military operation. No official confirmation, no denial, no press conference. Just silence, and silence in geopolitics is never accidental. If this claim were true, it would instantly surpass the capture of Saddam Hussein, eclipse the killing of Osama bin Laden, and rewrite the rules of international law, sovereignty, and modern warfare. But before panic, before belief, before disbelief, we must analyze this story carefully, responsibly, and completely. This is not just about Venezuela. This is about power, law, oil, influence, and the fragile balance holding the world together. This is part one of a three-part deep investigation into what is being claimed, why such a story exists, and what it reveals about the world we now live in. The core claim spreading online alleges the following: that U.S. military forces conducted a covert operation inside Venezuelan territory, that Nicolas Maduro was located, detained, and extracted, that the operation was executed rapidly with minimal resistance, that Maduro is now under U.S. control or custody. These claims are circulating without satellite imagery, video evidence, official documents, credible institutional confirmation. As of now, no verified source, including the White House, the Pentagon, the Venezuelan government, the United Nations, major global media outlets, has confirmed these claims. This immediately places the story into the category of unverified breaking geopolitical intelligence. But that does not mean it can be ignored, because stories like this do not appear randomly. To understand why millions of people are even willing to believe this claim, we need to understand the history between the United States and Nicolas Maduro. This relationship has never been neutral. It has been openly hostile for more than a decade. Nicolas Maduro became president of Venezuela in 2013 following the death of Hugo Chavez. From the beginning, his presidency was contested. Over the years, he has been accused by the United States and its allies of electoral manipulation, suppression of political opposition, human rights violations, running a narco state, facilitating international drug trafficking. In 2020, the U.S. Department of Justice formally charged Maduro and senior Venezuelan officials with narco-terrorism, placing a $15 million bounty on his arrest. This is critical, because from a U.S. legal standpoint, Nicolas Maduro is not merely a foreign leader, he is a wanted criminal. At various points, the United States has refused to recognize Maduro as Venezuela's legitimate president, recognized opposition leaders instead, frozen Venezuelan state assets, imposed extreme economic sanctions, publicly stated that all options are on the table. This means the idea of Maduro being forcibly removed is not new. What would be new, unprecedented, would be direct military capture. Yes, indirectly. Operation Gideon, 2020. In May 2020, a group of armed men attempted a seaborne raid into Venezuela. The mission's goal: capture Nicolas Maduro, spark a rebellion, force regime change. The operation failed spectacularly. Participants were captured. Some were killed. The incident embarrassed everyone involved. But it revealed something important. Maduro has been a target before. Venezuela is not just another country. It holds the largest proven oil reserves on Earth, strategic access to the Caribbean, deep alliances with U.S. rivals, Russia, China, Iran. To Washington, Venezuela under Maduro represents a hostile regime, an energy wild card, a geopolitical foothold for adversaries in the Western Hemisphere. This is why pressure has never stopped. In modern conflict, information is a weapon. Sometimes the goal is not action, but reaction. Unverified claims like this can be used to test public response, destabilize governments, influence markets, create confusion, pressure elites. It is entirely possible that this story exists not because something happened, but because someone wants people to believe it could happen. In genuine breaking events, Governments sometimes delay confirmation. Reasons include operational security, diplomatic coordination, military safety, legal review. But prolonged silence can also mean nothing happened. Authorities are monitoring misinformation. A denial is being prepared. This ambiguity fuels speculation. This story is not just about one man. It is about whether international law still matters, whether sovereignty still exists, whether powerful nations can now simply seize leaders. If this claim were ever confirmed, it would mean the world has crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed.